Honorable Dhaneshwar Damry, Junior Minister of Finance, Mr. Sudhamo, Director General, Mauritius Revenue Authority, Mr. Vivekanand Ramburun, Director, Customs Department, Mr. Badre Mushin, Head of Programs, EU, WCO, HS and Rules of Origin, Africa Programs, Mr. Marius Vitos, First Secretary at the Delegation of the European Union, representing His Excellency, Mr. Oscar Benedict, Mr. Stephen Mendes, Advisor, Customs Administration Advisor, IMF Afritax South, Directors of MRA, valued stakeholders, distinguished guests, members of the press, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good morning, bonjour. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are gathered here at the Integrated Customs Clearance Center, Plaine Maillan, to celebrate the International Customs Day 2025. International Customs Day happens every year on January 26, and it's a day to appreciate the hard work of customs officials worldwide. The World Customs Organization started this tradition in 1983 to recognize the crucial role of customs agencies in making international trade effective. And why 26th of January? The first session of the Customs Cooperation Council, which was created in 1952, was held on 26 January 1953. And the International Customs Day is celebrated every 26 January to commemorate the first meeting of the Customs Cooperation Council, which is now known as the World Customs Organization since 1994. And every year the WCO sets a theme on which customs administrations are invited to focus and work for its achievement through targeted activities. The theme this year is dedicated to customs delivering on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity. On these words, I would like to say Happy Customs Day to all of you. And now I will invite Mr. Vivekanand Ramburun, Director, Customs Department, to deliver his message on this occasion.
Warm welcome to the annual celebration of the International Customs Day. I'm deeply honored to stand by here and reminded of this big crowd how important the role of customs is. So at outset, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and express my gratitude to our chief guest, who is none other than the Honorable Damry, for kindly accepting our invitation for this special occasion. My deepest gratitude also goes to Marius Vitos, presenting Excellency Mr. Oscar Benedict. Thank you, sir. We are equally grateful to our midst, Mr. Badre from WCO. Thank you, sir, for coming. And thank you very much, EU and WCO, for financing the origin, rules of origin and tariff. Thank you very much. So we always work together to reinforce our relationship. My thanks also goes to the various stakeholders with whom we have been working for years, for decades, for helping us to have a smooth running customs administration. So every year on the 26th, it was yesterday, because yesterday was Sunday, so we'll celebrate today, the customs community worldwide comes together to commemorate this important occasion. The theme for today is customs delivering on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity. As far as efficiency is concerned, we have harnessed the power of ICD. We have build the capacity of our officers so that they can deliver in this ever-changing trade environment. The security aspect is very important. In fact, with time passing, customs role has changed. Previously, we would say that customs is the one who opened the container at the port or checking a passenger at the airport. But things have gone. We have changed. Today, a custom officer is the one who's here to reinforce our capacity to help the country grow economically. What I mean to say is that we are a net importer and our survival depends on exporting. And the faster we deliver good, release good, because our stakeholders are waiting for raw materials to come, add value as an export. We understand. Custom has, with years, have come to understand this. They have also come to understand that, you can't be checking everything. So we check about 5% based on a very robust risk management system. Very robust risk management system. And if we are delivering, controlling 5%, which means 95%, we're releasing without being checked. But then afterwards comes what we call post-control audit. This is where you will see that custom today can read an annual report, understand accounting standard, and as far as a risk management concerned, now a custom officer is also a person who knows risk management, how to manage risk. It is no longer the ambit of the banks. When the banks was giving loan to a person like me, 63 years old, and to a person 20 years old, different type of, he takes a risk. He says how to assess that risk. So today our custom officer also assessing that risk, which means of his time. We are no longer the one who is controlling goods, but somebody who has come together, who was adapting to the changing environment. When I talk about security, I'll also talk about security of our citizens, so that only goods that conform to the law of the land comes to the land, come to or released, and anything that does not conform, we have to seize those goods. So here I'm talking about IPO goods, counterfeit goods. We're talking about prohibited goods. We're also talking about drugs. We're talking about money laundering now. So our customer is also a guy who is drug expert. He's also a guy who knows about money laundering. But when you fight against drugs, when you fight against corrupt people, you leave some feathers. So, dans les passages, vous recevez de votre plume. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been doing our best to serve the population of the country, our best to help stakeholders grow. Because whenever somebody wants to import something, want to go into business, they come to us, we also do this sort of consultancy with them freely. This is how you should do, this is how you should do, which means in a way, we promote business. And we remember that sometimes back, we introduced a concept of deferred payment. So just imagine somebody coming straight from university, and you go into business, and he goes to the bank, he takes a loan. He comes to custom, and you say, you have to pay duty or VAT. Now, since money has taken a loan, he has not sold anything at all. Now, where he gets the money from? So we have come with such simple, sort of schemes that you can pay after 1 month. So those small things that we have done does help SMEs. Lastly, I would like to again come to us protecting our borders. With time, we have had built a big network locally and internationally. International organization like UNODC, DA, NCA. And with that, we started getting quite a lot of information. Previously, when we started with the fight with drugs, I go back to drugs, we did not have a good intelligence system. And I would like to here also thank the EU, the French government, which have helped us build a robust intelligence system. So today, if I were going to count the amount of drugs are seized and the street value, you'll be shocked. 7.5 billion rupees worth of drugs we have seized. Not only this, they have also helped our neighbors, Madagascar, set up their own anti-drug system because there were none over there. And with intelligence that we have had, we have shared, just in Madagascar, 146 kilos have been seized, those coming to Mauritius. Second time, 46 kilos are coming to Mauritius. We have to seize there, in region as well, and in South Africa as well. So it is not that we are fighting drugs in Mauritius. We are fighting drugs, helping all our colleagues in the region to fight drugs as well. But this cannot happen just by one person. It happens because we have a team that is committed to giving the best. A team is committed because whenever you call somebody, they talk. Yeah, drug is a problem in Mauritius. Counterfeiting is a problem in Mauritius. But talking, listening does not do anything. Acting, we need people who can act. And I'm proud to say that today our custom officers have been doing that. So I would like to heartily thank my custom officers who have done all the best to facilitate trade and then to have the right balance between trade facilitation and control. With this, I would like to say thank you, and I would like to wish a happy World Custom Day to all of you. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you, Mr. Ramburun, for shedding light on the crucial role of customs in a country. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to invite Mr. Sudhamo, Director General, Mauritius Revenue Authority, to address the audience on the occasion of the International Customs Day. Sir.
Good morning and a warm welcome to the Integrated Customs Clearance Center on the occasion of International Customs Day 2025 celebrations. Honorable Dhaneshwar Damry, in my own name and on behalf of all the staff of the MRA, I would like to express our most gratitude to you for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence. Thank you for being in our midst despite your busy schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are all aware, our country is engaged in a vast change process driven under the dedicated leadership of our Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Naveen Ramgoolam. Our Prime Minister has vowed to put our economy back on the right track, and to do so, he has personally taken the portfolio of finance. Our Prime Minister has also adopted an ingenious and effective governance structure by appointing Honorable Dhaneshwar Damry as the Junior Minister of Finance. It's indeed a matter of pride for MRA to operate under the guidance of a visionary Prime Minister and a young, dynamic, and dedicated Junior Minister at the same time. Honorable Minister, MRA is totally committed in supporting the government's economic reforms and development initiatives. As a humble servant of the nation, MRA is fully engaged in the advancement of the country in line with our motto, Partners in Progress. Innovation, continuous improvement of our services, and constant development of our human capital have been the key factors that have steered MRA to achieve major milestones, including the implementation of important governmental policy measures and schemes. We have achieved significant progress as concerns revenue collection, the electronic filing of tax returns, and our relentless battle against illicit drug trafficking. Guided by the vision of the new government, MRA is strongly looking forward to achieving new heights. We are expecting that the materialization of two important projects will enable us further enhance our services. These include a revenue house that will provide all tax-related services under one roof and an integrated custom service complex that will include a warehouse for storing seized, abandoned, and forfeited goods from the customs department as well as an administrative block. Honorable Minister, we are appealing to you to consider expediting the start of these projects for the best interest of the public and our stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, it has now become a tradition for MRA to celebrate the International Customs Day, ICD, on January 26 every year. MRA proudly celebrates ICD in recognition of the noble values of customs profession and the tireless efforts of custom officers around the world. Indeed, we have to recognize that customs plays an important role in facilitating trade and protecting the economy. As frontliners, custom officers also risk their lives in protecting the society from illicit drugs and narcotics, arms and ammunition, and other dangerous goods that threaten the life of our citizens. I seize this special opportunity to convey my heartfelt wishes to all custom officers. I wish you all happy International Customs Day. The theme of ICD this year is customs delivering on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity. MRA is very much committed towards this important theme, which goes in line with the vision of the government to promote trade and achieve economic prosperity and growth. Ladies and gentlemen, the launching of the new projects has now become the epitome of ICD celebrations at MRA. This provides us the perfect opportunity to reiterate our commitment towards continuous improvement of our services, facilitation of legitimate trade, reinforcement of control, and pledge for our fight against illicit drug trafficking. I am pleased to announce that this year we are launching 4 new initiatives that will be very beneficial to trade and the business community at large. First, we are launching the e-Tariff platform in Mauritius. This innovative measure aims to facilitate trade by providing economic operators with easy access to customs tariff and guidance on importing or exporting goods. The system reduces delays in obtaining information on goods classification and applicable duties and taxes. It's to be noted that this project falls under the EU WCO HS Africa program, which has the objective of enabling partner African countries to implement and apply HS 2022 in a timely, uniform, consistent, and coordinated manner. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to heartily thank EU for funding this laudable program, and we are fully confident of its successful implementation. I also seize this opportunity to thank EU for funding the numerous capacity building programs for MRA customs. Another project which MRA is launching today is the e-Certificate of Origin. This initiative addresses various inefficiencies associated with the paper certificates of origin, including delays and risk of tampering. The digital issuance and verification of certificates reduce administrative burdens and streamline workflows. Businesses can benefit from quicker processing times and reduced overall compliance costs. Ladies and gentlemen, in response to the significant increase in the volume of e-commerce transactions, MRA Custom is extending the e-Courier system to all members of the public. This will enable online shoppers file their own simplified declarations and pay duties and taxes where applicable through their mobile applications, quickly, easily, and securely for importation of e-commerce consignments meant for personal use. Yet another enhancement which we are launching today is the integration of scan to pay option into customs procedures, which is a significant step towards a more efficient and friendly payment experience. Ladies and gentlemen, to mark the International Customs Day, it's customary for MRA, like customs administrations worldwide, to award WTO certificates of merit to custom officials and representatives of the public and private sectors who have demonstrated their commitment to the 2025 theme. Dear awardees, I wish to congratulate you for your achievement and also thank you heartily for your contribution to the advancement of customs in Mauritius. I hope that you will continue the good work and that you will inspire other officers and partners of customs in this direction in the future. Honorable Minister, His Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for your attention. Once again, I wish you all happy International Customs Day.
Thank you, DG, for pointing out the evolution in the role of customs through time. So from being a gatekeeper, now customs plays an important role in the economic activities of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned by the Director General, the MRA is going to launch 4 projects on the occasion of the International Customs Day. We are now going to watch short videos on the 4 projects, which are e-Tariff platform, e-Certificate of Origin, mobile payment, and e-Courier public interface. So we are doubting that on this trend, it will not take long to launch the e-Customs officer. So, ladies and gentlemen, please have a good watch.
MRA Customs introduces the e-Tariff tool, an AI-powered user-friendly platform designed to streamline trade processes for businesses, traders, and even the general public. One of the biggest hurdles in trade is finding the correct HS code manually. With the HS code search and tariff browser embedded In the e-Tariff platform, you can reach the most appropriate classifications and requirements effortlessly. Do you need to estimate duties and taxes? The tool's automated duty calculation ensures that businesses can predict costs upfront, enhancing financial clarity and compliance. The platform also integrates agency requirements, providing essential information on restrictions, permits, and guidelines, all in one place. Accessible worldwide 24/7, the e-Tariff tool is intuitive and user-friendly. Whether you are a seasoned trader or an individual navigating e-commerce, this tool saves time and resources. By empowering businesses and individuals, MRA Customs creates an environment for growth and trust in international trade. e-Tariff tool, your gateway to efficient and transparent trade. Welcome to a new era of international trade where efficiency meets innovation. Introducing the digitalization of the Certificate of Origin at MRA Customs, a game changer. Say goodbye to delays and environmental concerns caused by traditional paper-based certificates of origin. The e-Certificate of Origin revolutionizes the process, transforming paper-based documents into secure, fully electronic certificates. At the heart of this innovation lies the power of digital technology. With integrated QR codes in the electronic certificate of origin, customs, importers, and other stakeholders will be able to verify the origin of goods swiftly and accurately, hence ensuring instant verification and authenticity of goods, reducing risks of fraud and tampering. Faster processing reduces the costs and seamless transactions. The electronic certificate of origin is not just about efficiency. The shift to digital certificates of origin significantly reduces environmental impact, paving the way for a greener tomorrow. The e-Certificate of Origin, a project driving seamless trade. MRA Customs introduces Scan to Pay, a quick, instantaneous, seamless and secure way to settle customs duties and taxes effortlessly. Scan to Pay adds to the 98% of payment of customs duties and taxes already being done electronically. How does it work? Generate a unique QR code with payment information such as the payer details, type of transactions, and the amount of duties and taxes payable directly on MRA portal. With your bank's mobile app, scan the QR code and initiate the payment easily. No cash, no cards, no waiting. With Scan to Pay, processing time at customs is considerably reduced, ensuring faster clearance and hassle-free transactions. This system not only enhances security but also improves the overall experience of all stakeholders, thus minimizing the risks of fraud and errors. Scan to Pay, a technology-driven and customer-focused tool by MRA Customs. E-commerce has transformed the way we live, we work, and we trade. And behind every smooth delivery is a system that keeps it all moving. Boosted up by the COVID-19 pandemic, the e-commerce sector is reckoning an exponential upsurge, resulting in greater stress at borders. In response to the significant increase in the volume of e-commerce transactions, MRA Customs introduced the e-Courier system, a digital solution built to simplify and accelerate the clearance of e-commerce consignments. The e-Courier platform streamlines the entire customs clearance process for e-commerce consignments, offering speed, accuracy, and transparency. Paperless, efficient, and user-friendly, this platform ensures seamless clearance, saving both time and cost. Courier operators can submit declarations, process payments, and track clearance updates all in a few clicks. MRA Customs is extending this innovation to all members of the public. You can file your simplified declarations and pay duties and taxes where applicable through your mobile applications. All this can be done quickly, easily, and securely for importation of e-commerce consignments meant for personal use. Mandatory registration to the system also strengthens customs' ability to manage risks, combat illegal trafficking, and uphold trade regulations. With better visibility on importation, MRA Customs ensures fair and secure trade. By simplifying trade processes and supporting e-commerce growth, MRA Customs fosters economic innovation and sustainability. The e-Courier system driving the future of digital trade.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the MRA, I now have the honor and privilege to invite our chief guest, Honorable Dhaneshwar Damry, to deliver his keynote address on the occasion of the International Customs Day. Sir, please.
Good morning. Happy Customs Day. Thank you for inviting me here. Indeed, I'm very pleased and honored to be here this morning. And I will share some insights with you today. As you all know, I am new to this government. I am new to government, and it is a pleasure to get to know you better. There are now names behind faces and titles. But at the end of the day, we are all one team, Team Mauritius, with a singular mission of contributing to the government program 2025-2029, a bridge to the future under the leadership of the Right Honorable Prime Minister. The theme for this year's World Customs Day is Customs delivering on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity. I will take this opportunity to specifically address two key multiplying enablers: digitalization of customs and human resources. Ladies and gentlemen, when the people of Mauritius voted for l'Alliance du Changement, they had two priorities in mind. One, make ends meet, prosper, and live with dignity. Two, live in peace, justice, and liberty, where they can trust their institutions, where everyone is equal before the law. We need to revitalize our economy. We need to set the country on a path of sustainable growth. We must address the urgent need to redress public finances. Therefore, our mission is to restore confidence and trust among the Mauritian people and investors. Confidence and trust that, unfortunately, the catastrophic economic mismanagement of Padanomics and the autocracy of the previous Prime Minister have eroded during the past 10 years. We are on a mission to reduce public debt to sustainable levels below the 83.4% as of June 2024. We are on a mission to reduce inflation, especially food inflation that soared to 33% since 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, For Team Mauritius to deliver on its mission to reduce debt and inflation, revenue is needed. And this is where Team Customs comes in. Each and every one of you contributes to providing the customs with a steady flow of income. While you focus on increasing revenue collection, you must avoid the bottlenecks that slow down trade. And I'm very encouraged to see that the Mauritian Customs is already engaged in digitalization initiatives that will raise the level of efficiency of service, aligning with today's theme for the ICD. I am also very pleased to note that Customs is taking proactive steps in contributing towards the digital economy of Mauritius that will be a key pillar of growth over the next few years. The launching of the e-Tariff project will facilitate access to information. Moreover, the e-Certificate of Origin, e-Courier application, and the mobile payments projects are commendable. Without any doubt, technology can be a game changer for customs. Digitalization of the customs will be a multiplier in the fight against corruption, on the improvement of revenue collection, and the reduction of bottleneck. Mauritius must emerge at the forefront of digitalization. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may I suggest that there's still room for improvement. The World Bank Logistics Performance Indicator 2023 ranked Mauritius Customs 90th out of 139 countries. In comparison, India ranked 47th and South Africa ranked 31st. So I'd like to seize this opportunity today to ask of you a purpose. Let's pledge. Let's pledge to bring Mauritius to rank in the top half globally. Yes, the top 50% in the world. Let this be our goal, and let's do it together, the MRA and Customs family. In addition to its economic mandate, Customs owes a societal obligation. The fight against drugs, a scourge that has plagued Mauritius. We are at war against drugs. You are soldiers on the front. And here, allow me to quote the great Chinese philosopher Sun Tzu. Warriors are those who choose to stand between the enemy and all that they love or hold sacred, unquote. You are on the first line of combat against drugs. The country relies on you, customs officers. And I know, dear customs officers, I am very well aware that you rely on this government to ensure institutional integrity and a fair human resources management. I want to reassure each and every one of you without any iota of doubt that this government will build institutional independence and institutional integrity. As stated in paragraph 38 of our government program, 2025-2029, a bridge to the future. Quote, to ensure adequate support to the new economic model, government will rebuild the institutional strength that have been the backbone of economic development and progress before being rendered ineffectual in the past decade, unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I'm very sad to say that public perception has been that institutions may have pursued political agendas in the past decade. Unsurprisingly, therefore, the nation has given this government an overwhelming mandate to bring a drastic change on the way the affairs of our country have been managed during the past 10 years. Therefore, institutional rebuilding will ensure that institutions serve their vision, mission, and values, just as per the MRA national anthem in the case of the MRA and Customs. The rule of law and constitutional rights will be diligently respected. We will restore good governance, equal opportunities, and the separation of powers in all institutions. Institutional employees, including customs employees, will be recruited and/or promoted through merit and in full transparency. Discrimination and/or harassment will not be tolerated at the workplace. There will be no political interference, no nepotism, and no autocratic decision-making. A happy, committed, dedicated, and motivated workforce will act as a catalyst for MRA Customs to deliver on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude by urging each one and every one of you present here to embrace the digitalization of the customs and best human resources practices in the mission of making the customs a reference of institutional good governance, integrity, efficiency, security, and prosperity. This is the mission that we'd like of you. And speaking about mission, I'd like to share a story. When NASA was preparing the launch of Apollo 11, President John Kennedy visited the premises of NASA. He was walking down the corridor and he came across a janitor, l'équivalent d'un planton, comme on appelle à l'île Maurice. President Kennedy asked the janitor, "Good morning, what do you do here?" The reply was simple but powerful. The janitor said, le planton a dit, "I am helping to land a man on the moon." Team Customs, you are a valuable part of Team Mauritius. You are a bridge to the future. Each one of you and every one of you within Team Customs, irrespective of your ranks and lines of responsibilities, is contributing to a far greater mission to usher in a new dawn, to usher in a new era, a free and fair, and equitable and inclusive, a prosperous and sustainable Mauritius as one people, as one nation. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, happy Customs Day. Long live Mauritius. Thank you.